evidence can enhance the trust in government, in policy making, increase the level of compliance of policymakers, and also enhance the legitimacy of policy making.
This country is an example of what I think is relatively typical for what used to be the new member states, Czech Republic, Slovakia, Bulgaria, in that social sciences are relatively underdeveloped.
The independence of the research side of fiscal watchdog, in this case, independent fiscal institution, is key.
It is very often difficult to build new fields of science and applied research in these countries because it seems to be nobody's responsibility.
Our own country analysis shows that there is still a lot of gaps between policy making and using scientific evidence and research in decision making.
So we do kind of keep a running list of models of interest, whether they're sort of national or European, but we unfortunately lack the capacity to kind of investigate them prior to really needing them.
If we don't have capacity to conduct research in critical, typically social science fields, how can we expect policy-based, evidence-based policymaking to make major headways?
Our government that was appointed at the end of the last year has very ambitious goals in its program regarding the improvement of policy-making process in the Czech Republic. They aim to introduce much more of evidence-based policies.
The Czech Republic probably will not need to build all the capacities, but will hopefully also be able to benefit, from a more central hub that can do this role.
We need to have data as policy relevant and as much data as possible.
EUROMOD model is a very interesting tool. It is an EU-wide project that describes the tax and benefit systems in EU member states, but also other countries.
EUROMOD would not exist without some input data, and the input data is produced by Eurostat in coordination with all the countries.
We assessed a number of scenarios of the impact of increase of the statutory minimum wage in the various countries on income and inequality, on poverty, and on the incentives to take up work.